Tonight's interview brought to you by Aunt Bees. Aunt Bees has 5 locations to serve you in Galax, Hillsville, and Independence, along with Mount Airy and Pilot Mountain, North Carolina. Aunt Bees has been in business 33 years and has delicious home-cooked meals, daily specials, famous breakfast served all day, which includes hickory smoked barbecue, fresh catfish tenders, hamburger steak plates, catering service, and name-made brand jellies, ice cream, milkshakes, sundaes, and more, made to order fast. We'll take a quick timeout, come back with the opponent preview, injury report, and starting lineups. Kickoff coming up in just about 15 minutes here on the Maroon Tide Sports Network.
I was thinking the same thing.
You gotta run them off. They ain't here. Trying to park along that line, you gotta run them off. That's mean. Back up a minute. You're right in the wrong.
You can get on the tractor and walk around.
Matt Present back with you from Galax High School, getting you set for the regional final. George Wythe and Galax here in just about 10 minutes. First, let's check the injury report brought to you by Twin County Regional Healthcare. They go the extra step in providing excellent cardiac rehabilitation care. Cardiac rehabilitation is a medically supervised program designed to help patients recover quickly and safely after a cardiac event. The goal is to help patients return to an optimal quality of life with improved heart health. To find information, contact Director Karen Burris at 276-236-1763. That's 276-1763. Well, good news this week on the injury front. Denver Brown, as we hinted at earlier on in the coach's interview, left last game in the first quarter. It was a neck strain, but he is good to go today. He will start at running back, and that's a big boost for the Maroon Tide, who were already a little bit thin at that position, having already lost Isaac Thompson, and Tristan Peckron has been a bit banged up the last couple weeks. And the only other injury to tell you about, aside from Isaac Thompson, is Isaac Hawks, who has already been on our injury report. He's done for the season with that knee injury. But in terms of the guys that were starting last week and in the lineup consistently this season, outside of the guys we mentioned, everyone is healthy and good to go today. Taking a look now at the preview of George Wythe, and we start with Cole Simmons at quarterback. And we've talked a lot this season about Cole Pickett and how he has grown into his role on the Galax side of things, starting to really take charge of this offense, dictate protections, dictate where the ball is going to go on any given play with that read option package that Mark Dixon has installed. Well, Cole Simmons has really done a lot of the same sorts of things here this season. He's taken the reins of this offense on his way to a school passing record, and he's got over 2,400 yards this season. Ravon Wells in the backfield, a guy that we mentioned earlier on in the pregame show, left the meeting in the regular season with injury. He's returned, and he's had a very good year. Over 1,100 yards rushing, 23 touchdowns. But if Galax can limit him like they did last time to 27 yards rushing, they're going to have a lot of success. Although Simmons, unlike some of the quarterbacks that Galax has faced this season, does have the ability to do some things with his feet and spread the ball around. Nason McMillan, Braden Thompson, the guys to watch for on the outside. Wythe coming off a victory over Narrows last week, 56 to 28, and that ended Narrows' 11-0 perfect season. And in the ball game, Wythe trailed it 21-7 early on. They scored 49 unanswered, and this is a very high-powered offense. We might not have seen it during the regular season meeting, but Wythe on the season averaging 41.5 points per game in their previous playoff game against McClure. They won it 63-21, so we could see a shootout here this afternoon. Again, the one thing that would likely limit that high-scoring offense, the weather. And while we're playing on a artificial surface, there's no concerns in terms of footing, mud, slippage, and so on. There is concern in terms of ball security and throwing the football, gripping the ball, and we'll see what impact the weather has on us here today. We'll take one final break on the pregame show, come back with the Galax starting lineup, and get you set for kickoff. Again, it's Galax and George Wythe. It's the regional final. State semis on the line when we come back. You're listening to Galax football on WCGX, The Cat.
Captains, number 8, midfield, Mr. George Wythe, number 2, Simmons, number 3, Leon Wells, number 5, Mason McMillan, number 65.
Regional final, captains at midfield, greeting one another and meeting with the head official here today. And Mark Dixon made a really interesting point on the pregame interview, I thought, in terms of the officiating in the postseason. You're going to likely see more flags in games that you will in the regular season, and that's simply a product of more eyes. They bring in a couple of more officials for postseason games, and so while last week's 13